We finally know the next $100,000 is coming in for the startup, which puts us at $365,000. For you guys who are watching these videos for the very first time, my name's Jake, and I make a hardware startup to help people with recovery and chronic musculoskeletal pain. I started for my mom, and she's been able to run for the first time in a decade without pain. But there's one catch to this entire video. I've been talking to this investor now for almost 11 months about bringing on this funding, and if we don't do it within this video, my company could fail because our runway is running. We just worked with our first professional sports team in the NHL and just got set up with the MLB. In the last video you guys saw, I did a demo with the Phillies. So this is absolutely huge and monumental, but if we don't bring this money in, number one, and if we don't finalize the app to get ready to launch, then none of this is gonna be possible and none of this matters because we won't have a company much longer to be able to keep the lights on. I also need to get a finalization. I got invited down to Texas to pitch to a VC from 0 to 1 Ventures, and if they like it, they're gonna invest $1 million in us, and I'll spend the summer in Austin and I'll be able to build in what they call Prototown. But I'm not gonna know until I go down. I need to finalize the dates. I'm also meeting with a huge investor on Friday and Thursday about, between the two of them, $1 million to $5 million. I got a text this morning that said, hey, I'll have the docs over to you for your review by Wednesday. Would you be able to jump on a call and go through them on Thursday at 2:30? Obviously, I said, yeah, let's rock and roll, which means we are finally, after 12 meetings, and today's March 17th, day 1,581 in a row, writing everything down while I'm building the company since I started it in the Genesis. You guys can do the math for how many years that is, but that's a long fucking time. So it's time to close this. We've been almost 11 months of diligence in the making, and this is gonna be our, if we get this $100,000, hopefully, fingers crossed. They already said they're moving forward with it. It'll be our second largest investment to date. We had a fund that gave us $115,000 and the rest have just been angels. So this would be our second VC fund that's coming on, and I'm super stoked. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm elated. Whatever else, other adjectives I can use, I'm that, because this is fucking insane. And for our new friends here, I make this piece of tape. Yes, it looks exactly like kinesiology tape because it is kinesiology tape. We changed the entire process because you see these two little pieces here. This is for my friend that we are now calling the Mito, which is a tiny, smart, I don't want to say AI power device because everybody says AI this, AI that, but you don't need to AI everything. But this is definitely smarter than your average box because this guy clips right onto here and helps you get wireless recovery. So this acts and feels like a normal piece of kinesiology tape. We patented the entire process to make this thing look normal. This has literally been the genesis of my life's work. It's insane. Because now we have two of them, a piece of tape. We have 2 pods. Everything is going to be insane. And for you guys who have seen the older videos, you know exactly what the case looks like and where we're going with everything because we're moving forward and we're launching 8 months from today. Come on, tell me that's not the craziest thing ever. And we've had some crazy shit going on along the way as well. And there's an entire series of videos. I appreciate you guys subscribing and watching all of those throughout the entire process because it has been an absolute grind. And if you want to make a business, you're in the right place. If you don't want to make a business, you're in the right place because you probably had pain at some point in your life. And if you're not going to be making a business, you're going to be a potential consumer. But that's not what this is about. These videos, I call it the road to. Everybody's on the road to something. You can be making a company, you can be trying to be a pro athlete, you can be trying to be better in school, whatever it is. Everybody's on the road to something. I call it road to 1 million, have for the last 5 years because I am on the road to making our first $1 million with this business by next year. And I'm a big proponent of willing things into existence, and if you think you can for long enough, it turns out that you'll be able to do it if you keep manifesting it and doing your thing. And I know from what it looks like right now, I just do a lot of walking around my house and talking in front of the camera, but that's not the case for the most part. But for example, what I do on a day-to-day basis is I'll work with the engineering team the rest of today. We'll do a little bit of UI and design around our case development, our app development, and actually we're building a second internal app inside the app, and I'll explain that a little bit later. It's going to be super cool and I'm excited about it. But it's a lot of design work for today. On any given day, it could be fundraising calls, it could be engineering and design work, it could be me having to go somewhere and meet with somebody to do a demo. There's a bunch of different things and a bunch of different moving parts, but on a day-to-day basis, I spend a lot less time leaning on walls than I do actually doing work. So let's get back to it because I have a meeting coming up on my imaginary watch, but on the real clock, we actually do have a meeting. So let's get it done. Everything's moving along. I mean, it's just so stressful. Like everything is so stressful. So we had the chat about the patch this morning. If you guys are watching for the first time, the patch is like kind of like an Apple Watch, but you can wear it anywhere in your body and collects like more data that you're able to customize by yourself in a way that's like super easy and user friendly. So here's kind of an example of what it's gonna look like. We use Versal for this. Versal's so goated. Like this is for the patch itself. You have all this information, passive, active recovery. You'll be able to manage the cards, move widgets around. Like not all the data is just gonna be available. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want with it. You can move these around, which one you think is most important to have up top. And it's all gonna be integrated. It's like you'll have the home screen where it's like works with the Lectra pod. Like here's the designs and stuff. But the patch will just be a thing on the side here. So you can go through and do what you want, move it around. account. And then you also have social profile and then your personal profile that you can customize how you want. We'll add like stories, make it integrated, and then we'll add more sections in here where you'll be able to move with like recovery workouts, wellness workouts, physical therapists, trainers, stuff like that. But I think this is a really cool start. And my engineer told me it's gonna be all done next week. So that's super sick. We're finalizing the $200,000. Like, I mean, dude, hopefully today and tomorrow. It's like so much. My investor told me, oh, we're gonna send over the paperwork. They didn't send over the paperwork yet. So I'm assuming they're just gonna wanna meet and go over the paperwork, which I kind of guessed. So we're gonna meet at 2 p.m., talk through all that. I'll send it to my attorney, work through it with my co-founder, and it's ready to go. I also got the quote for the new PCB stuff. So I wanted to add like almost like a PS5 rubber on the outside. So check this out. Let me pull it up. They sent me the 3D mock. That cost me like $15,000. Do all this, and it's gonna be like another $50,000 to get it like tooled. I think it's expensive. But like what's nice is like even with all the expenses we have outstanding, it's not like outstanding we owe, like they're tentative. I know they're coming up. Even with all the expenses that I know that are coming up, we have enough money in the bank to pay for them, just not my salary, which is why I've held off paying myself. But we're getting like really close. That I'll be able to pay myself, especially with this like $400,000 more we're bringing in. I'll be in a good spot to be able to move out, pay myself, and get all this stuff done and ready to go to market. But check this out. See how it's kind of like a rubberized design here on the outside? It's easier to grab. We changed this piece here. It's like this little piece here is going to charge the button, show the indication, and the charging case as well. And the tooling for the case is going to be another price as well. So it's like stuff I need to budget. And then my co-founder and I also went through and changed our quarterly financials to monthly financials, which took a shit ton of time. And it's just part of the next steps, you know? Like I tell you, it's like fucking stressful all the time. Like, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much money. Am I getting, like, you're consistently thinking too, like, am I getting scammed for this? Like, what am I doing the right thing? And then you realize that you do have the money to pay for it, and then you're able to work, like, the network I've built with people, I can just go and ask them questions, then they'll explain, like, yeah, this is good, this is bad, you should change this, change this. It's made it a lot more efficient, but it still is like, imposter syndrome's a crazy thing, because you just feel like, what the fuck am I doing? So I'm meeting with a couple guys right now. In 15 minutes, we go over like YouTube videos, we go over the businesses, like where we're all at, because we're all like, I don't want to say building in public, because at this point I'm just kind of like making this like a log. It's like a vlog log of whatever I'm doing. But they make YouTube videos and businesses as well, and they have some pretty cool stuff. So I'm gonna meet with them, and then we have our big meeting at 2. And we also got the finalized wireframes of the app updated, so I'll show you guys later. We have to start paying for the dev work as well. It's just like, it's a lot of moving parts, and I guess I'm the continuous glue that's keeping everything together. I'm gonna go right into this meeting. I'll see you guys after that one to talk to our investors about finalizing this, because I think that it's gonna be a super valuable and cool meeting. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Can you guys see me okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. That ended up being a huge mess yesterday. I didn't even film the rest of it because we were planning like the response and stuff, but because I didn't like what they proposed, so we're gonna go back and, I mean, it's just business, you know? You have to work around what you feel like is needed and best for the company, and that's what my co-founders and I did. So now we have another meeting with somebody else for another pretty solid investment. So I have that in 5 minutes. Transparently, I'm a little bit nervous. But hey, I spoke in rooms of 600, 700 people, so this is a walk in the park. Let's do it. There's been a whirlwind of the last like 48 hours, honestly. I just got our finalized wireframe updates. I was up at like literally like 11:45 to midnight last night, making sure that our app was getting developed in the time frame that we wanted. But I want to see, okay, I like these updates. Oh yeah. So again, I want to show you guys this, but it's not done yet. This is literally just like the outline of the wireframes. So check this out. And again, this is not done. This is just like how we want the layout to be, because we're going to be shooting everything next week in terms of like the app videos. We got models, we have physical therapists, we have everybody to work with us. So it shows your past sessions, names, rewards, analytics we'll add later. This will be like arms, upper body, lower body, sports, Pilates, yoga, rock climbing. We'll edit those up. Shoulder, this will be more in tune, but he's just getting the idea. I like how the massage is green. You click massage, shoulder massage for 20 minutes. Create an async session. So we'll be able to use a second Lectra pod on the body part. And I'm deciding whether we need to put right shoulder, left shoulder as well, but we can figure that out. And you start and then boom, hold to stop. It's like a Nike run club finishing a run. But that's a lot of what's going on right now. I'm finishing that up, and I'm literally working with all the investors on getting these checks in. I mean, you guys can see I'm a little bit irritated. I mean, like, irritated's not a word, but it's just like, it's such a pain in the ass to get funded, to get checks, to keep continuously rocking and rolling. But I mean, we're getting closer to the end line of this entire funding process. It is the worst thing I've ever had to do in my life. Not even gonna lie, full transparency, because I told you from the beginning, I'm super transparent about all that. But no, it fucking sucks. But the people who do invest, I mean, they're the ones pushing the company forward with the financial stability that we have. And again, I don't pay myself yet still, which is crazy, but with these next round of checks you guys saw me pitching throughout the week, that would give us the ability to be able to finally start paying myself and bring my co-founder on as well, which is super cool. So I'm gonna get back to finishing this, working with the developer. Don't know what time it is where he's at. I think it's a little bit earlier. So I'm gonna check in with him. I have to finalize our app shoot next weekend, make sure our videographer's coming in from Connecticut still. We can get the Phillies trainer back in. Both of our models are ready, and we have all of the equipment coming in from the guy who's getting that set up. So making sure that's ready to go, finishing the patch design, and changing the PCB design back, because we had it just USB-C, then we had it just pogo pins, but now I want to have a combination of both, because I think of like iPhone charging, they have MagSafe and they have USB-C, and I think that premium products should have premium options, which is what we're doing.